Good evening, hey folks, happy Friday-ish, probably not really. Hello, we are back in City Skylines. We're going to build a lovely utopia, free from money haters and stuff. I should probably have my mic over here, that would help. I should talk to myself, it's fine. Yeah, kind of muted, kind of not. Yeah, let's just check. Yeah, nobody saw it. It's fine. We got Blahaj here. Blahaj is going to support us emotionally and artistically and architecturally. So, yeah. We're just going to crack on, I think. And we're just going to build our city. We've got our kind of old town in our harbour town looking nice, which is good. And yeah, we're just going to try and build a lovely city. We've got making money now, which is grand. I think we had a plan over here to get an industrial area going. So let's have a little quick look to see how much it would cost to grab at least one of these tiles. 46. That seems good to me. So let's grab that immediately so that we know we own that. And we own that car that has crashed off, which is good. This coverage of stuff, I would imagine it's just because we don't have enough ambulances for all the people that are in the city now. And we should, I think we've only got 2 small medical clinics and we need to be getting larger ones in order to have more ambulances and stuff. So these might get upgraded, perhaps, because they've got lots of patients, so there may be a little bit of a death wave or something going on. So maybe we need to invest in a proper hospital, but they are very expensive. It's very large, which is unfortunate. But maybe we just need to make the investment in that. And perhaps this one over here. Is this a modern one? Yeah, it is. Any of this actually provide extra stuff? No. So it is just this one over here that's not got enough capacity. 70 out of 25. Whereas I can have 90. Maybe that is what we do for the minute. Just pause the game a second. And we will demolish that. And apologise to all the patients who were just inside there and just got demolished out of existence. Or out of their hospital beds at the very least. It really needs to fit in there. So, should it fit in there? Or do we need to just find a different place for it? I think they'd like a nice waterfront hospital, perhaps. What about if we put this in here? Does it just upset that car park behind it? It upsets everything. I feel like it just needs to go somewhere different then. Maybe that will do. we're going to stick these upgrades on immediately. Just so that it can cope a little bit better. It's giving it 100 capacity already, so maybe that will do. We can't even afford that one anyway. So that is good. We'll see how we get on. We have vast quantities of demand. So how much flow have we actually got through here now? Not very much at all, now that people wanting to get from here to there, it can go all the way through our city now and then cut back through, which is kind of crazy, but that's city skylines do for you. So maybe what we'll do here is we will we probably should build. Just trying to figure out what we could do, because we could build an interchange that at some point in the future could bypass our city and come back across there, so that it doesn't, none of this traffic is coming through our city, perhaps. So maybe, do we do that? Do we plan for the future? Do we find, like, obviously that's huge and ugly and doesn't fit. Do we find something that kind of supports having another road going that way? And really, it doesn't need to have, does it need to have that much capacity? Thoughts, vibes, feelings inside. Is it going to be something more like that? So let's grab our 4-lane two-way. And we will put that in here. And let's just bring that straight across. And then we will cut it off, because we are going to get rid of that little bit in the middle, so that we can grab our move it tool. And we can drop this down. And then we can come back here. And we can try to anarchy that in. Try to anarchy it. We successfully anarchied it in. But maybe this needs to come up a little bit. So it's one bit goes down, one bit goes up. Lift that side up, can we? Thank you. Got a nice little bridgey bit. We can actually unpause it now so that we can get the game making a bit more money for us. Need to get used to this not being City Skylines 1. Sloopy doopy 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 dope. And it is kind of going to become a little clover leafy type thing. Just imagine trying to figure out exactly what I want this to do, because we have to cope with the traffic that's coming from city to city, so we'll get those things in, I think, first. Not that this is actually going to happen right now anyway, because we can't really afford to buy all that stuff, but that is going to be the primary route of traffic in the future, is going to be wanting to go from city to city. Which does involve needing an extra lane. So we kinda need... Or does it need an extra lane? Should this actually be like that? And then what this road would be is actually quite small. Actually, it would be that now, wouldn't it? Yeah. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, guys. I'm working it out. 'Cause I'm clever. So if they had a road here, just game. Nice big slip road. But this could sneak through this bit here. And then you wonder what the heck is going on with that, but we can fix that later. And come here. And then if that now let's get rid of this. I kind of want it to be a bit tighter. So we'll shorten that little stub. And then we'll go underground for some reason. Try and get this down to a sensible percentage of rise. Clicking all the right buttons. And then that can be a 3 lane like that, so we may need to redraw that a little bit. See, that's where the bulldoze in cities 1 is, which is wrong. And then we are putting a straight bit in there. This is all appalling, so please forgive me. They're not even connected, come on. This is what I get for sitting in traffic for 2 hours on the way home. So they want to go left, which ain't happening. this needs to get upgraded like this. Is it like that? No, it's not like that, because that's not what is actually happening. It's wibbly. Yuck. What we're going to do is we're going to actually switch that to be a full lane, which goes back way too far. A bit more sensible. But then this road here is going to connect to this. Like that. I'm going to have to fix this a minute because it looks horrible. What needs to happen? This is too bulgy out that way and not bulgy out this way. So you need to come this way a little bit, please. It's a better starting shape. There we go, and then this can be on the ground. There's no reason for that to not be. And that is the movement to get people off of that, come in that direction, go that way or that way. And then we need to get people back onto this road. So we are gonna get this upgraded. Need a little bit where it actually is. I want to turn way too sharpish, so we are gonna I can't see what it needs. She needs to come out much earlier, perhaps. It's very high up. It's very high up. It's very high up. Very. Big lumpy bit here. Lumpy bumpy. Very interesting in the fact that it seems to be wanting to be really high. Yes, you should definitely turn left here, please. So that's them getting back into town. And then they're getting onto here. What we're going to do is we're going to stick in one of our lovely roundabouts. And we are going to have a road coming off this highway. So we'll upgrade this segment. And this is going to come up here. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to upgrade that to a 4, in fact. So that way you have an extra lane on this. But then this itself is going to have an extra lane on it. Future proofing as there we are. What we're doing, that. Does this need to be elevated perhaps, just to try and solve that little issue? And we will just flatten this road path stuff underneath and soften it out. So that's that, and then we need the same thing on this other side just to get back onto this highway, which doesn't need to be a vast quantity of lanes. And get rid of that elevation, just so that we are not elevating when we don't need to. And then this here is a road. It's coming here, and then it's sweeping onto there. Ooh, fun. I don't think you need to disappear underground. It obviously just doesn't like being so close. Very silly. But what all this is meaning is I have a place to be able to move my my incinerator to. I just put the wrong thing in here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, I did. And then we're going to have a little road coming off here, which apparently we can't do because it's a bridge. Why am I trying to put a bridge on? That's crazy. She crazy, y'all. Why is she so crazy? Why is she so crazy, y'all? She's so crazy. Just infinite roads off of roads off of roads. That's what I'm doing. But that is our thingy. All those ambulance related issues have gone. So this is doing well. It's got 4 ambulances currently out. It's nowhere near full, so we have cracked that. We are sure cracked that. Is the game going to charge me money to move this? Yes, it's going to charge me 250 to move this. That's crazy, game. Are you so crazy, game? Why are you so crazy? Why are you so crazy, game? But what that tells me is this isn't actually far enough away from this junction. So we're going to move this further. She's so crazy. So it's kind of a waiting game to make sure we can get that 250. But then that will fit in there, which is exactly what I wanted. And that, if we are going to have that as a bridge to connect it over to there, would be have to be quite a high bridge if we're going to actually because we can anarchy it, can't we? Yeah. I was going to say it would have to be high in order to cope with ships that we might want to come into a harbour potentially here or something, but we can anarchy that. That's fine. That's fine. This is very small. I don't really like it being that small. I don't think you'd end up with such a tiny little building on the corner. Such a prime spot. Again, that's very small, but we need to get high density offices. I'm desperate for more customers, but my customers are right here. You're so close to getting the customers, you should just advertise better. Now, one thing I thought about and wanted to try out was we've got these roads.
A rapturous
here.
riot of flavour, succulent filling, creamy sauce, all wrapped up in the flakiest of flaky pastries in one or both hands.
Hi, Katie. Thank you for claiming your daily sausage roll. How are you? It's not morning. This is what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out if there was a putting an alley with parking on it on this waterfront. It's not morning. What are you talking about? So that has parking on it. But we've removed the parking. So maybe we get rid of... No, it just does that. It just gives us a crazy sidewalk. That's crazy. So that's a bit rubbish. Does that put a traffic light in? We don't want a traffic light there. I would just have parking on this edge. Can we put in a car park? Do we think? Just wanted to have a nice little car park on the edge or something. I am alright, thank you, lovey. Yeah. Like, it's so massive. Why is it so massive? It's so massive, kitty. Why is it so massive? So if I did that, and I was to... I don't know how to do this. Why does it never work? So you move that there. Like that. Will this still function properly? Will it still function properly, kitty? Just ignore the trees that are in the car park. Obviously they're all trying to park on the road now, which is stupid. Stop parking on the road. Get in the car park. Driving on the pavement. Hi Dylan. Hi Raiders, how you doing? How you doing, Dylan, you silly little kiwi? Hey twin. How was Dragon Ball Z, Dylan? Good morning. Happy Saturday, Dylan. How are you? You should be in bed. Go to bed. Dragon Ball Z was what it was. I'm glad. I'm going to snooze that advert. I don't want an advert right now. We're talking to Dylan. Hey, Dylan. Your computer isn't good enough to play Last of Us, so you had to improvise. Oh no. You need to get a better computer. All these people wanting to come into the car park and then they can't. Lol. And I'm moving it now, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to join this up with this one. But it's all I wanted on this little bit. I just wanted a little tiny bit of parking. A little tiny bit. Just on this little slip of land that we have on the edge of this area. I just went, you know what? We're gonna sneak a little bit of car parking on this edge because we can't build anything on this. So we're gonna sneak a little bit of parking. Little car parking. Sneaky, sneaky. Just a little tiny bit. And they put a hedge here so that people might not drive their cars directly into the water. I like it. I like it. Has somebody had a car crash over here? Who's had a car crash? And you've ruined me traffic. Dude. Get your SUV off my road. Dylan, if you haven't already, please go to bed. Right now. Come on. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed right now. Go get snuggled up. Come on. Go to bed. Go to bed, Dylan. Come on. Are you going to have a happy Easter, Dylan? Are you? You're going to have a happy Easter? You're staying up to spite me. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Get a nice hot water bottle. Get all snuggly and warm under the covers. Go to bed. You're going to buy shop to buy Easter eggs. That is plan. That is smart. That is smart thinking. All those discounted truckies. Yeah, smart cookie. What am I doing? I was just looking at the houses that have upset because they've got polluted by the trash. Lol. Let us stick another horrible high-rise building in here. And we will stick another horrible high-rise building in here. And how much space is in here? Because we will stick in some shoppage. Very close to unlocking high density. But we will stick some shops in here. Because they will have lots of customers. So they will be happy. There's nothing zoned in that little tiny bit there either. I don't know if anything will actually zone in there. So have a quick overview of the city. Nothing bad is happening, really, which is good. Got office demand is creeping up, but people want some more jobbage. Jobbage. I could have a lovely office to work in next to the highway. Because who doesn't want to work next to a highway? What are these people doing congregating outside their houses? Go to work. Go to work. we'll stick another block of medium there. We've got an advert coming, guys, in a little few seconds, so please stick around. Oh, look at all that horrible, horrible high-rise housing. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Yuck, 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 yuck. Blah. Yucky. Yuck. The game's gonna be crunchy, which is yuck. I wonder if these people would be happier if there was like a footpath going across here. Because there is only really that way over there. Should we put a footpath as kind of a little gateway to the city to drive under? Do we think they would like that? I keep clicking on that because I keep thinking it's the demolish tool, but that's cities 1. And a key, and a key, and a key for me. Because the game wants it to be higher than that, but that's perfectly fine. That is acceptable. And if we click on the right thing, and then we come down at a nice gradual slope for people in wheelchairs can get down. We can connect this back up here. Obviously a very long path, but we shan't worry about it too much. What we shall worry about is that not being zoned. Bye bye, person. And then we will do the same on the other side. Let's connect that up to there. And then this little bridge that we've got here can get upgraded to be the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And hopefully that means that people can get into here faster. And maybe what we do to encourage folks to get across is we put a park in, because nobody's going to want to come here otherwise. I had a nice big park that'll fit, like that one. Use that horrible bit of land there to be nice. People go, yay, there's a park. There's the park and we can be parking. Okay. What would happen if I put a park there? you just end up hitting a pillar with your face on the thing. That is fine. We will live with that. Certainly. We're not going to let that keep us awake at night. I hate the fact I've had to put these paths here in order to cope with that. But that is what that is. I haven't met the 250 yet to get that. So we've got a little gap here for some more medium density. Like so. Is there a way for a path to go through here? Not really. If we had parks that could cope with being off roads, we could put another thingy bob here, but can we then get this in here without breaking anything? And that has given us that. Can we move that way? So that those columns have now moved. And we can then grab another one of these car parks. Nope. It's not that one. Where are you? Where are you? It's too big. Bugger. I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna grab another little park. Droplet. And that's gonna go in there. That's gonna make people happy. And we're utilising all that under the highway space. Yeah. We could equally put some more parks under there. Maybe some grown-up type parks. Place for people to have a little sit and stuff. Just not utilise every single space. Yeah, that works. A little seating space. You floaty people. Ooh, look at your floaty. That's smart. Look at floating cars. You can float through roads. Floaty like. Not sure that's the correct way into a car park. Hey, Spec 15. Welcome in. How are you doing? If I move this up a bit, will you stop trying to park through a road like a crazy person? Thank you. Is there a car park? Is there a car park shaped like a big deep thing? Yes, there is. Which is quite amusing because it's the solar one. Could we sneak a whole big giant solar thing that won't ever get any sunshine under there? Could we do it, guys? Could we? Could we be cheeky? Could we be cheeky and stick that under there? And then it's not got no sunshine, but I don't care. It's a song. It's a song. There we go. There we go. So much flipping parking. is so amazing. Got traffic because we built these tall buildings with lots of people in. Come on, money. These little blocks look very silly, but we will get over it. We will get over it, because this looks nice. So we can ignore that bit where it looks horrible. I'm going to connect that up to there so people can actually get onto that bit, because that makes sense to me. And what we'll do is we will get rid of this tree and get rid of this random tree. Yeah, I've put a path right through a park. That's crazy. I'm going to move the park because I'm crazy like this. Because what I want to do is come into here. We're going to grab trees. We are going to probably keep on it actually. We're going to find some nice trees. They're very similar to those ones. So let's use the pines. We're going to extend the gap out. We're going to get rid of that. Hopefully that goes over that path well. It did. A little bit of separation from the main road. And then we'll come back down here again and we'll put in some bushes. And then in order to stop children from running into the highway, we are going to do this. So they will just have to run into a bush instead. Ignore that tree, thank you very much. Just very simple, but just a little bit of definition of those funny little areas, and we could potentially do the same thing on this side while I notice it. So we're going to come back with these little ones while we're connected, and we're just gonna do the same thing. Where did we go to? About there. Let's go the same distance for no apparent reason, other than symmetry. And then we'll go on to pine trees. And what else did we have? We had these other bushes, which I can't, which ones they are. It might have been these ones. Yeah. So, just really simple. Just to define that a tad. What would happen if I put in a thing there with a crossing on it, and then Click drives enough of that. Doesn't want to do it. Is that going to work as a crossing even though there's no crossing? What do we think? Somebody tell me. Because I like that idea and the fact that getting oh, that's on the road. Oh, I shall relax. And I feel like it's going to need a crossing in order to have the little path across it. For the people to know what to do. Just hoping they don't then start crossing on that one. We shall see. We will see. If there's a traffic jam there in a minute, we will know. We will go, yes, that was the stupid reason. That was it. That is the one that did it. Sticking in these big blocks of office in the anticipation of getting high density offices. See, this is another place where you go, I could now put in a traffic light there for people to cross, but then you can't get rid of that one without then getting rid of that crossing. And that's just stupid. And it frustrates me. It frustrates me, guys. Yep, so people are walking across there. People are using that one, which is upsetting. It's exactly what I didn't want them to do. They're walking across the street rather than actually using a bridge or anything. You hateful people. Hateful, hateful people. You horrible, horrible people. So we're going to remove that. You've lost the right to cross there. Even though it kind of wants you to. It's desperate to put a thingy in there now. You have lost the right to cross. And now I've got a node in here that is just going to be annoying. An annoying little node. An annoying little node. Sticking its nose in where it's not wanted. Do, 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 do. Doing the thing again. I don't want you to do that. Click on all the things before we find the right thing to click on. And then we stick some more trees on it, because we try and find the right tab. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. This is the junction I made before if you weren't here to see it. Just some kind of a squiggly wiggly thing. And then this, actually, whilst I'm looking at this, just needs upgrading like that. So we have the proper lanes. This, my friend, doesn't need to turn right. So please do not do that. Thank you very much. Please don't do that. No. That looks weird with one line coming off it. Why have you done that? I know why you've done that, but why have you done that? Why did you do it? Why did you do it, game? I want you to have the lane the other way. You're so silly, game. You're so silly. If we were to upgrade that to be a really weird 5-laney thing for the minute. No, we should 4-laney thing. No, that is not what it is. That's wrong anyway. Why is it not that? Why is it not that? What? That angle is horrible. What are we even doing there? It's gonna do the entire roundabout. Oh. Is it actually possible to get a road doing like that? Is it? Is it? Oh. Is that better? No, it's not. We all know it's not. That's slightly better. This is all relevant because this isn't actually going to get used anytime soon. We're not going to have this go up here, please, game. Did I anarchy that in when I didn't really need to anarchy that in? Is that why you screwed up? There we go. There we go. And we have reached the magical number. And all my buildings are burning down. Oh no, they're not. It's just a car crash. It's fine. We won't care. But I just wanted to get to 250. Niggly bombs. Chirpolians. In order to move that to here. And you're moaning that things are overlapping. That's what anarchy's for. But then we'll have to pause the game because I have to do all the electricity. Hi Annie. I saw you were playing Rivals. Thank you for lurking. My city is going good, thank you man. It is going good. It's going good. Are you winning? You're winning alright in rivals. Is Lee holding you back? What was I doing? We need to have power coming into this area, so all this deleting I'm doing is probably not the right thing to do. Because we will need to get a radical transformer station in here. Oh, no, they have a wind turbine. We'll see how good they are. We'll leave that there for the minute. But this is where the power is going to have to come out. Your random teammates are flops. I am sorry that you have floppy teammates, son. You're carrying Limalu and your back hurts. I'm sorry that you have got to go through that, Annie. That is horrible. Feel free to tell Lee from me that that is just not good enough. So, yeah, we need to have another little transformer. Is that what this is here? We're gonna grab this one over there, and we're gonna stick that over here, and hopefully be able to afford. We can't afford it. If I just do this when the city has no power for a minute, and nobody notices. Lee has arrived to tell me off as normal. Lee is a trans ally. Well, I believe that when I see it, to be fair. Am I deleting the right thing? Yes. No. Yes. No. 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 Balls. How are they getting power? This is the question. How are y'all getting power? Am I still getting it? I'm importing it. That's why. That's okay. It's okay. My nonsense is going to completely screw the city over. LOL.
A rapturous riot of flavour, succulent filling, creamy sauce. All wrapped up in the flakiest of flaky pastries in one or both hands.
Thank you for claiming your daily sausage roll, Lee. Please enjoy it one of both hands. Did I go out and buy nail polish in the trans colours today? Yes, I did. Am I going to go to my parents tomorrow with trans flag nails? Yes, I am. That's what I'm going to do. We've got an advert coming along in a minute, guys. What has happened here? Oh, it's that car that burnt down. City person, why did you burn your car down in the middle of my city? How much does a transformer station cost? 30. Dang it. Poop is overloaded. The poop is overloaded. But that's because the service budget is reduced. The poop is not overloaded. Hopefully. Thank you. The poop is not overloaded. I'm in a very strange mood today. Let's entertain ourselves with a little bit of terrain work. Terrain work. This makes me really jealous. Terrain work. Should we stick a little bit of industrial in here? Just to show what this area is going to be. Get a little bit more traffic coming along here and stress test it. Because this stuff on this side of the river may very well potentially become housing. And we'll get an off-ramp here that comes straight into the harbour or something. Maybe like this road or something. And we'll get a... I might end up putting the harbour here because this is where I wanted to put the harbour. A good harbour, but getting a road off the highway into straight into here, and then this can all perhaps become offices and stuff. Separate. Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh, it's going all the way around. People trying to get into this car park. It's full up, guys. It's full. You can't park in there. Ooh, what's going on there? Yes, I'm going to actually get rid of this power cable that we put there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to run the same one along the highway once we get enough money to build a transformer station, at the very least here. Let us look at our production tab a minute. Yeah, we're not meeting anything except for wood. So we need to get some more of that going as well. Still building in. Still building in. Still building in. Right, so we are gonna get in our transformer station. Or are we? Are we gonna put in a little road to begin with? There we go, we are now back and connected. I am connecting that up there. No, I'm not. I'm not connecting that up there. There is no point connecting to that road. Because they'll just do that anyway. Which is stupid. Yeah, we're not producing anywhere near enough electricity anyway. So, well, we're consuming 63 at the minute. Or at least we're consuming that much. Tells me the total anyway. It would be good to get something like a solar plant or something. And get gas power. I did upgrade that with the thingy power, but it's not really made any difference. It's almost as if it's horrible. There's been a crime. A crime. Let's build a prison. That'd be nice. That'll be lovely for our city. A lovely prison. I got this big giant building, which we obviously don't want to stick another one directly next to it, ideally. So we will get annoyed at that not zoning in fully. Try again, 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 try again. No, I don't want to try again. I don't want it to be the right way. Fine, you're not going to go that way. And you're going to be like that. Sod ya. And then I'm going to pop in another little solar doofer. In the wrong places. Why are the trees in the water? I don't know. Why are the trees in the water? I don't know. They don't like lots of crime. Click on all the wrong things and then click on the right thing. So all your patrol vehicles out. No doubt all your ones are too, and you don't have any expansions. It's almost like you need another one. But it's not like I can afford another one. You guys have never been happy, so you are going to become officers. In fact, you've just made all of these people along here become officers. And lost all those people's commercial jobs. Hope you're happy with yourself. I literally have 2 schools in the entire city. It's almost like I've not been looking. Not that far, really. Just like double. Maybe don't break down on the highway. Just as an idea. The house is on fire. We've made it to the next thing. Yay! We've unlocked Morrissey's supermarket hub, launched in Manchester, now in the national icon. This large market is now everything for weekly shop. Manchester! Got high density business. Excellent. I've got enough money to upgrade the schools. So we are going to upgrade the schools, I think, because that is something that is pressing. We are going to get all the kiddies learning. We are going to try and save up a little bit more money for the police. I think Morrissey's supermarket would be an excellent place over here. That is what I think. I think this is exactly where it would go. And here, the poop, everybody. The poop. Poop is not sufficient. Poop is perfectly fine. What are you talking about? Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into signature buildings. We're gonna grab Morrissey's wherever it is. There we go. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna admire it. We're gonna upgrade this road that we put in before. A little bit of anarchy. We are gonna try and figure out exactly which way around we want this thing to go. it's not really the best side there. Maybe we take a little bit of a liberty, hopefully. Demolish it because it was free anyway. And then we can, from here, we can put in a frontage road. Like that. Could also connect onto there, couldn't it? Like that. And then we can grab it again. This is still going to require a little bit of terrain finagling. Makes a little bit more sense now though. The poop pipe is actually in the most annoying place for that. We don't need whatever crazy pipe we've now got under here. Who cares about any of that? We don't care. We don't care. We definitely don't care about any of that. There we go, some rough looking cliffs, but maybe we can just continue this a little bit this way as well. I'm here. Let's get rid of that right angle a tiny bit. Two little traffic lights here which I don't need. And a bunch of crossings. He is not happy with the DJ. Somebody has been murdered on the dance floor. Apparently. Oh, should we move the post office back there? What have I told you about murdering people on the dance floor? Shocking. Right, so we have now got ideas to move our industrial over here. So can we afford it? This is the question. And should we have a good old quick shofty at natural resources? Absolutely nothing. Boggle. Not our sausage. So we are gonna do some pretty boring grids, that's what I think we're gonna do. But we are also going to take into account these woodlands, because we're going to pretend that these woodlands are protected. So we are going to try and sneak our industrial area in between these. Like eco-conscious individuals that we are. Just want this to be a really nice grid. A really nice one. A grid you could be proud of. A grid you could take home to your parents and say, look, this is my grid. Isn't it lovely? And they would say, what the heck are you talking about? Get out. And obviously this is where it all goes to pot and it looks rubbish. Really what we need is a big thingy bobber. Big, you know, a big, that's what we need. We need a big. I'm glad you all agree, we need a big. We need a big factory, that's what I'm talking about. One of our signature factories. We need a big factory that we could put over here and get lots of perks from it. There we go. It's nice, simple grittiness. We can just plonk a bunch of stuff in. And I might come back and tart this up if I can be bothered. Well, that's a whole bunch of industry for that to be getting up with. And we can unzone, especially all of this. And just say none of this stuff at the top of the hill is going to stay. Because we're going to put houses into this bit. People say, what's in our garden? It's all horrible stuff. You go, yes, you live where an old factory used to be. And they'll say, oh, good. And it is still the case that it's this building that causes the horribleness. We got 3,000 processing. We really don't need this. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye now. Should I be copying what's on the opposite side of the road? Maybe I should. Because we are 4 thingy bobs away. Yeah. And I'm going to pretend like that is supposed to connect with it, but actually it doesn't. You're in bed now, Annie. You're in bed, all snuggled. Was it today you were doing stuff with Margot for your anniversary? Been to some comedy shows. Slay, love that. Let's continue this road down here. Bit like that. Ooh, airplane. It's a comedy festival. Cool, that's nice. That's helpful that it's at the same time as your anniversary. So we're going to put some houses in here. Oh, nope, we're on the complete wrong thing. Nope. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Never happened. Shush. What are you talking about? Yeah, so hopefully now we can get the right things in. The right buildings.
A rapturous riot of flavour, succulent filling, creamy sauce. All wrapped up in the flakiest of flaky pastries in one or both hands.
Hey, your Penny Crevice, you're real mint like gravy on cheesy chips. That is true. That is true. Words were not spoken. That is the truth. Thank you for claiming your daily sausage rolls, pal. Please enjoy it with one or both hands. Trying to figure out what am I doing, That's what I'm doing. So we have met all of that requirement for low density at the minute. Can you name a garbage dump JKR Memorial Dump? Yes. We don't have a garbage dump, but we have this over here where they burn all the books. This is the JKR Memorial Book incineration plant. There we go. Incinerate all the crap. Unfortunately, we're not producing enough power in order to power our incineration plant. The irony. Is that because... Well, what is happening here? Power station overloaded. It wants more power? Is it not producing enough power? Is it trying to draw too much power out? I don't understand. Have I cut this off? No, it's not cut off. Power's just not flowing. Can't see under Franklin Street. So the power's coming in. Is it coming in? I can't tell. I can't tell, Annie. I can't tell. What's happening? It's changed nothing as I expected it wouldn't. click on here, and you can click onto. Can you not click onto a power line? I thought you could click on a power line. So we don't get a tooltip. Or is it just on these things? I don't know. There we go. So you're telling me there's no electricity flow down these things? Zero out of 400. Okay. 0 to 400. What is wrong with you? It's working at 100% efficiency. Questions, thoughts, not understandings. So it's definitely joined up. It's definitely joined up. Well, what I'm going to do anyway is we are going to ignore that for the minute so that we can put in this power line down this road and not understand what's going on. And we're going to put power to there, and we can afford another transformer station, so we can put in one here. And that power's going that way now. But it's not going this way. In confusion. It's like the outside world has cut me off, and they are upset with me. And they say, no, sorry, sir, you cannot have any more power today. So, do we need a transformer up here that we would put there, and then we would sneak underground, run a power cable under the power plant, and then that all goes away. Okay, so we are getting power through here now. And is it just that for some reason that it wasn't connecting over here? I don't understand. Oh, I don't know. We're just not producing enough garbage. We're a very clean city. How have you still ended up being that when I didn't want you to be that? Do I just leave you there anyway? Because that looks kind of cool. Yes, we will just go with that. happy accidents. That's what we love. That's what we're all about here. We're all about happy accidents here. Yeah, we're a very long way away from getting to high density offices. But maybe we can get some high density commercial going in here. Because we have a high commercial demand. Does this mean that they are here? Replace all the low density commercial on this island with high density. Because what I'm envisaging is all these offices that are on here is going to end up becoming like a Canary Wharf type situation in London, where the old industrial bit gets replaced with big high-rise buildings. I'm going to demolish these out so we get some bigger buildings going in. Please. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm hoping that that all clears up eventually. Because that would be nice. But I am just going to zone it anyway. Read the wrong thing, no, the right thing. Slight panic for a second. People can live underneath the highway. Very tempted to put some of our little row housing on there, because it's going down a hill and they should live there. I've decided. Poop is overflowing again. How much is a water treatment plant? No, that's that. Water treatment plant, 400,000. Ugh. No time soon. Poop pipe. Poop pipe marque 2. Don't have anywhere connected to the sea there, so we won't put it there. We will continue pooping into this little creek behind the supermarket. And then we will come into here and we will reduce that down because we are not doing that anymore. build your house there if you can't get to it? Oh, there's a whole other bit of island that we could think about buying at some point. This is filled into the point that they are wanting more. More? You want more industrial? Try and get that to go a little tad further. Like that. So it's nice and pretty. And then we just paint it in. Paint it in. In here, have these thingy bobs, which we don't really have because they're all due to things. But the chemical plant is certainly something we're going to unlock soon. And so you'll be able to put a chemical plant. So I'm going to have to think about where in here. Maybe there, perhaps, if it's big enough as a gap. Could be cool. Somewhere that we could put a chemical plant. Maybe we could buy this tile and put it on the coast. Thoughts in my mind. Lots of commercial coming in here now. I think we're going to do the same over here. Yeah, close enough. Water's overloaded as well now. So it is doing 109, and this adds another 150. Which would if I could, but I can't. You still overloaded? No, you're not. We are very close to not being coping, though. Just moving that so I can get rid of this road. just built over all of that. That's all trees. Where's the next place to aim for? Could perhaps get one of these to get some more farms put in. Because we could just have a little local road coming over the highway, rather than worrying about anything major. Ugh, I hate it when it's like that, where you're trying to get an area and it's just ugly. Try to do this without cheating as well. By which I mean not purchasing all the tiles that you would require. You go, oh look, I want to get all this and that to get the road here, and it's just extortionate. We could do that. Potentially. And put another roundabout in and basically just build another of the same place. Because there is traffic coming along here, but it's not the most amount of traffic in the world. It's not the most amount of traffic in the world ever. And I am handcrafting a roundabout because I want to be able to put a wind turbine in like I did on the other side. How long is that? It doesn't tell me anymore. No. So that's that, and then what this actually needs to be is It's annoying that it's done that. Why have you gone all the way back there? How silly of you. See, it's join those two up as a node, and I don't want that. So what we're gonna do is try and get it. Let's put a separate node in there. Perfect. And then we can upgrade this again. Perfect. And then we just need to come in here with our link connector and say that. Do we need to? That one. You're not going that way. This one over there. You're not going that way, you're going to there. You're going to there. It's a tad weird. Is that the only weird one? Oop. That should probably be like a 3. And then this is like just going everywhere. It sure looks crazy. Yeah, that doesn't work. We need an extra lane over here. That one, that one. That you are going there, which is fine. So it's this one. So you can go into there or there. So we just wait for another load of stuff to come through. They should all stay in the lanes, not switch. Perfect. So it's just an annoying little inconvenience for these guys. And then We are gonna pull our farm road in here, and it's gonna head in a kind of this way direction. Pull a farm up to the edge of that there. Let's put one on the edge of here. Have we earned enough money to get this? Yes, we have. So we're going to purchase that one too. We're just going to go all in, full send. Vast quantities of farmage. Our city's making a bunch of money now. So we are gonna exploit it. I would like this to go a little bit further. Like that, just so I can put in a road that goes off onto that. There we go. And then power is one thing we need to sort for these folks. So we're going to stick that in there. We're going to upgrade it. So hopefully it produces a little bit more. And we will stick solar panels on it as well in a second. You're going to stick some thingy bobbers along here. Because we're going with realistic. Nope, that's not realistic. That's not the edge of the road. I think the game is auto-saving. Just gonna do it again then. It's very silly because there's already power, but it gives us lovely power lines along the sides, and that just looks nice. But on here we can just go boop, boop. Water tower. Then we look in the production tab and go, yep, we need vast quantities of grain. So I'm staring at this going, what am I doing? This is what I'm doing. So in order to get this to cover as much of that area, we need move it to about there. So they're gonna have a little road like that. I'm just going to drag this out to the extents where I'm keeping it away from the road, but following the line of the road. Leaving like a cell's distance away. Can I use anarchy to come out of this circle? I can. Good. A little bit sneaky. But I just wanted it to look nice. I'm going to leave that there because I might put a house on this little bit. They're moaning about poop. Obviously, we haven't got poop for them, so we're going to stick a poopy pipe in. Which I'm aware I'm cheating again, but oh well. Great, so that's them in, and apparently that's not meant hardly any. You go, okay, fine. But yeah, we're gonna put in a couple of nope. We are gonna put in a couple of houses here for the farmer and the extended family. We are gonna come here and we're gonna respect this little woodland. Pretend it's like some kind of protected wildlife area. Try and mirror that line of that road there. The production tab working. Ooh, it's gone down. Let's stick another livestock in here. There's a little gap for the houses again. I'm going to try and mirror that shape. Maybe up like that is what we'll do. I think we definitely need other green farming. I'm gonna move that all the way out there like that, which is a bit crazy. But we like a little bit of crazy. Just looking at my camera just to see what was going on. Gazing in your soul. Hello. Okay. Where's my thing gone? Where's my thing gone? It's gone a bit squiff. Where's my thing gone? It's gone away. It's broken. It's broke. It's probably because I'm using anarchy on it. Try again. Turn anarchy off. Connect up with that. There we go. That works. We've not met them yet, but we are definitely getting in the right direction, aren't we? I'm using 8% of it. Dairy house. That is definitely something we could build into this area. I'm going to put the dairy house into this area. And what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade a little bit of this road. So that we can put it in. Got to put it in. Got to put it in. Which unlocks the chemical plant. We're going with the plants today. Look at that. that cleaning up at all? Kind of. It's just very, very, very dodgy. Kind of means none of that's going to build in. It's all zoned, but it's not going to build in until it cleans up, I presume. Right, the commercial thing, it's tiny, awesome. The chemical plant, it can fit in, like, right in here. It's going to have its own specific road. Like that. And then it's going to sit there. But what we're going to do is we're going to raise it up to be the same height as the road. Where's my page up button gone? There it is. Like that. Which is obviously silly for the road that's now out front outside of it. But we can fix that as well. Just raise it up. And this is where we use a little bit of anti to sneak over the border. It's a bit wibbly, but nobody's gonna notice now. Nobody's gonna notice. But I think actually it might be time to finish for today. So I can go get some dinner because I'm a little bit hungry. But yeah, well, City's making loads of money now. We can probably come and fix some of our schooling issues next time. And all this lovely money we're making. So let's save. And then I will go and see if I can find somebody to raid who's online. Who is online? Nobody. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Where's my stream manager gone? There it is. We're gonna go make a new friend, I think. We're gonna make new friends. Let's go make a new friend. We're gonna go see Mr. Trashcan, who is playing City Skylines 2 as well. We're gonna go say hi. If you'd like to come along, please copy my raid message. But I will be back on Sunday, and we're going to be playing City Skylines 1 with crowd control, for at least for some of it. And I'm thinking of doing something a little bit crazy. So, I hope you join me then. But yeah. Bye bye!